Previously on Follow the Leader.
I think as Alizarin is poking around, maybe like trying to get a feel of the place. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. Ba 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 da ba ba ba. I am playing a cursed sword.
Oh.
A voracious blade, double-edged, glittering red with an unquenchable thirst. As Alizarin steps away enough from Taproot that Taproot doesn't hear / pick up on gear dropping down on Alizarin, and his senses, it's like being shouted at in his head. And just like, you are not meant to be here. And just, I think that it's like that, it's so vibrant, the bioluminescence flaring, that's all he can see for a second before the world goes dark. And that's where the scene ends.
Very good.
Maybe don't come to the angry, aggrieved mushroom mermaid's house without an invitation.
We now return to your game, already in progress.
August, what is next in our festival?
We are looking at a card being flipped, if I'm not mistaken, and I see it's within the pair a Cataclysm or Revelation. Which of these two are we looking at?
I feel like it makes a lot of sense, based on what has come before, if this is a Cataclysm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Hey. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The two cards at play here are Stone Soup, which I am going to rotate so I can read. Under the veneer of impassive stone is fragile flesh dressed in stand. Or find abundance in fallow ground, squeeze the blood from a stone, which is really choice, all things considered.
Mm-hmm.
And then
both.
Mm-hmm.
The other card involved is Seagulls, which is from the
that's the other
one
game.
of the Kickstarter decks. The most daring thieves on the beach are after your fries. Or a cry heard on the approach, this is my home, they say.
Ooh.
Yeah, both of which are very good.
Very choice, yes, and very poignant, and also extremely different in terms of tone from Stone Soup, which is very funny.
Yeah. So I'm going to reconsult the notes that Cory kindly took because, dear reader, we are doing a pickup for this game. And so...
No, the illusion!
I
You
know.
have to tell them.
as if the like 15 minutes of gabbing at the start wasn't a hint.
That's only for the patrons.
That's only for people to hear, yeah, I know.
Cory, did you think that was going to be left in?
No, I didn't. I know, I like to pile on. I know the illusion will be maintained. I smile.
All right. So, when last we left our dear travelers, you were under the sea, and you found some body horror shit, as I recall.
Yeah, we sure did. There's like cocoons and stuff.
Yeah.
It's bad. We're in an equilibrium point under the lake. We haven't reached the bottom. I need to be clear about this. We have not reached the bottom. We simply reached middle somewhere. And middle somewhere can't even be guaranteed to be the middle of this massive like depth that it is. It is simply where we have reached a point of buoyancy. Just anywhere as far down.
I'm trying to think.
We have some interesting cards to deal with, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, because this is technically a new scene, but I feel like it may end up following like directly on the heels of what has gone before.
Sure. I mean, we're getting a perspective shift, arguably, because we've got to go over to Anathema.
Yeah, I want to see what Anathema's been up to.
Like,
here's the question I should ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it one of those situations where it's something that happens in parallel that rolls and kind of crashes into the current scene? Or is it one that happens directly after? Is there a transit period between the two?
That's a good question. I do think I like the idea of it happening in parallel and then potentially, come crashing together. But I'm having a hard time figuring out where to start. I know where I would love to see it end, because a lovely paradigm shift for this would absolutely be a giant water monster.
Yeah, real.
Just
while you muse. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, August.
No, go ahead.
I just say I'm looking at Stone Soup, and then I'm seeing the world's desire of kombu. Funny how weeds grown in poisonous water make such good soup.
Yep.
And just, here we are.
That is very real, yeah. I actually have something of a proposal. Not a conclusive one, but something to note more. Throughout the entirety of the challenge, a lot of that focused on Taproot and Alizarin. We didn't really catch on to Gia until the end of that. So is this a situation where Gia and Anathema might have been doing something alongside, or potentially seeing the two go through, or whatnot from there?
All I know is...
What you got in your hand, August?
All I know is I'm sitting on this Mother of Monsters, and that would be a really great opener to invoking... I said, giant water creature. But I'm not sure that's where we start.
Yeah.
Could be. It could be.
That's true. You know what? It could be. But is it? But is it really?
What if it's Anathema in communion with something?
I like that.
And I got something to add to this. That's mine. Sorry. But I'm gonna put this next to yours because of one of your particular choice of words.
Oh, that's fun.
Ooh. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, so this might have been
Dakota,
then...
what is this card for our listeners?
No, they'll never know.
Okay.
The essence of good radio.
But I'll never tell.
You'll never know. No, to sit with Mother of Monsters, a life spoken into the world, volatile and unfamiliar, I have placed down Godless, a paradigm shift, a loss of faith, a scientific impossibility. Which also, on its flip side, does have a curious outsider and a prodigy. So,
I'm thinking that this probably looks like Anathema watching Alizarin and Taproot from a distance as they begin their descent. And there's an expression of deep... I don't know if animosity is the right word, but maybe antipathy is the word I'm looking for. Just a very deep dislike for what she's seeing. And during the amount of time that it takes for them to make their descent, how premeditated is this? It feels like this
Mhm.
might be the kind of thing that needs to be premeditated. You don't just randomly go summoning a deep lake creature in a fit of pique, I doubt.
Maybe anathema does.
I mean, look, sometimes you get in the mood and you're just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna commune with the dark powers beneath. Something to do. No, I know what you mean though, August.
And actually, I think I'm going to play Mother of Monsters onto my desire because this is
Yeah.
explicitly anathema working towards like trying to evict what she feels are unsavory people from this place and trying to return it to a more pristine state. But
Well, here's a thought for you. You know how we were describing this space that the travelers have found themselves in? How it's like somewhere between sponge and coral, the cartilage card, that visual. What if it's the bones of something
ooh,
or someone?
we can't do the tall boy again. Oh,
The tall boy does not have the monopoly on being the tallest.
that's true. That's true.
We must make a bigger, taller boy.
Just because we draw the seagulls card does not mean.
We cannot do another City of Goals AU.
Yeah. I mean, the seagulls are right there, though. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
If you keep swimming down and down and down through the lake, you're gonna wash up on a beach with black sand.
Mhm.
Oh man,
Whoopsie!
not the Skyrim opening. Finally awake, huh? Except in the City of Ghouls.
But just to think, like, maybe the act. It's almost like they stumped the travelers who have already been pissing anathema off, the visitors, the intruders. They've now effectively stumbled into a grave of sorts. Or a whale fall, just to cite one of our favourite things to reference.
Mhm.
Well, one of my favourite things to reference. But now, I mean, if you want to think about it, there is something living in a place that is dead. And what does that give anathema liberty to do? Pieces falling into place.
I like that.
You know, sometimes the lamb just gets up onto the altar all by itself and just lies there.
Yeah.
I've not played Cuddle the Lamb. That's how that happens, right? I assume.
Sorry, I'm looking at my cards now. I kind of want to see where I can add things on.
I don't know about adding on cards, but so you feel this is a whale skeleton of some sort that you are communing with?
Vine skeleton of some sort. Who knows? The skeleton of something. That was my pitch to August.
Well, the idea of a whale fall. What if it is not the whale bones you are communicating with, but it is the various small and microscopic creatures that are feeding on this that are now essentially able to pilot the whale skeleton
That's fun.
like some sort of horrifying mech.
Ooh, we love a parasitic network.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, we love a parasitic mech.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, welcome to Follow the Leader. We have body horror.
We
We
have
have
body horror.
whalefall. We
Yeah.
have mechs. This is what we're about here.
The
Yep.
whale fall is a ship now. We use it to find more food.
No, not the three themes.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot. And I think this skeleton has, been down there for a while, though.
Oh yeah.
Like, I lost my train of thought. Shit.
But no, what's interesting while you try and grab that back, because we were talking about this skeleton being a structure that was used by Gears people. So were Gears people pilots before? Was it when whatever this was alive and it was a symbiotic relationship? We don't know. Just positing. But also, I really like the notion that maybe Anathema doesn't know about Gear's little side project down here in the dark.
Yeah. I mean, why would she?
Why would she?
True enough.
Like, I know they're nominally allies, like the relationships that we sort of established. But that doesn't mean I'm going to tell you everything about what I'm doing with my day.
Yeah. No, I concur. That's very reasonable.
Hell yeah.
I think I almost want to say that Anathema has to offer up a piece of herself to this, to the water for this to work.
I love that. But I just had a thought of a pitch to you. And August, please feel free to disregard this. We know that Anathema is like this doll or puppet, right? You remember the episode of Dungeon Meshi when we found out why living armor is what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Anathema isn't a single entity? What if Anathema, much like this structure that is being piloted by something, isn't one thing, but is many things piloting something?
I'm just imagining, like, goo. Like, a slime mold. Because, like, in Dungeon...
Gelatinous goop.
Yeah, because, like, in Dungeon Meshi, it was, like, almost some sort of mollusk, right? Like, a mollusk colony. But, no, I like slime molds, so this is a slime mold colony situation here.
I was going to say, Anathema's a slime girl. There you go, Becky. This is for you.
Let's go? Question mark. I'm putting this in quotes in my document. A slime mold colony sort of situation.
But I like that as like a doll that is a simulacra of a person, but also the reflection of this colony of something reflecting the colony below. Pickups. They get weird.
Yeah, they do. When you sleep on
We've had time to marinate.
When you've had a night's rest and nightmares and dreams or otherwise in betweens.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the idea that something of herself does need to go into the water for this to sort of kick off.
I'm imagining, like, it's really awkward, but, like, maybe she has to I'm gonna have to record some content warnings up at the top.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It's like she has to pull at one of her elbow joints to expose some of the tissue that holds it together, and then, like, she has to go in while holding it, has to go in to sever that tissue so she can, get the arm free of the joint. And then we just see her just fucking yeet it into the lake.
I love that.
Just fishing out meat from crab leg.
Oh, Shrug, you're so right, but I hate it.
What
That's
did you
real.
say?
I'm putting this card on top. Huh?
Just the whole vibe of this feels like pulling the meat out of a crab leg.
I was
No,
imagining
really, though.
it being like a knife that you use to open up a clam that she did that with. So
I have decided that in addition, with this description, I've put Ferryman's Toll on top of that. I've flipped it to the mysterious benefactor, a gold coin under a corpse's tongue.
Ooh.
Very good.
So I think we have litigated what is going on well enough that y'all downstairs can probably tell that some shit is happening.
Oh dear. Oh boy.
I mean, I have to ask then, what is it that Anathema is asking this giant skeleton to do?
Maybe it's not maybe you have to wake it up first. Like, is this click click click? Is this thing on? But you have to like open the channel, and that's like maybe what the offering does. So we could feel a shift without anything expressly occurring yet, or no, without the intent. It is sort of like the knocking on the door.
Just kind of a deep rumbling in the vicinity as
maybe those of us that are down here, you know, the way like creatures that have like mammalian breathing, the way the ribs expand and contract, maybe we start feeling that, like, it's not the water starts flooding in. Oh wait, no, you're still underwater, you can just breathe, right? This wasn't an air pocket situation in here. This was just being able to breathe despite being underwater.
Weech equilibrium, resonant frequency. I'm not sure that we quite... I think it was an air pocket situation, though, for this specifically, because we were in a structure.
No worries. That's fair.
Like, I remember the specific one was that the time had become strange and we were able to hold our breath for far deeper in depths.
That's why. Thank you. Well, then maybe it is that feeling of like, imagine being inside a sponge when a sponge is being squeezed. It's just a very big sponge, or like a set of bellows expanding, and we just happen to be in it.
Expansion. Okay.
Right, I'm gonna pull a card.
Yeah, what's the world got to say about this?
Can anyone remember how far we are into our rule of 3? I know August pulled. Or have we not pulled from the main deck? We've only played from our hands.
I've only played from my hand, so...
Same here, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I figure we can go free form at this point. We're in the sauce, aren't we?
Yeah.
Truth. Okay. I just pulled Blizzard from the main deck. A cutting white cold in the wind, snow smothering the world in quiet. A cold snap, a sudden freeze, a moment in time, suspended in frost.
Ooh. That's fun.
It's an interesting one for underwater.
Truly.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, that's what the changing of states is, isn't it? It's molecules moving at different speeds. And when something becomes a solid, they're slowing down. And that notion of time slowing, and it's hit this point where everything stops. I don't know. I could just be rambling.
No, hang on. We'll pile on this because we've already talked about how time is becoming strange down here.
Yeah.
Specifically in how it's expressed and how it's being experienced, because we're already able to hold breath far beyond our means. What do you think happens when you have strange time and strange that same, like, that density gets packed in and expanded in that same space, right? It's like a bubble.
Yeah. Have you seen those videos of what it looks like when a bubble freezes and the way it sort of spreads over the outside?
Yeah.
What if it's something almost like we feel this motion and it's like this crackling sound as something begins to fill in the gaps around us, and it takes on this sheer, not quite sheer, not quite opaque, somewhere between, in a similar sort of bioluminescent way that we've seen around here. And it's like audibly crystallizing as this bubble forms. And this is that moment. This is the freeze.
So I'm going to say that Anna's sacrifice of a piece of herself lets her consciousness sink down through the water so that she can more directly influence what this creature is going to do, and she can have a limited sense of what y'all are doing.
I dig it.
And I am going to play high tide. This is as far as the other world can come.
Good shit.
And I think this crystallization around you is punctuated by a deep sense of you can go no further.
Gods. Camera swooping through the scene like eyes from whale perspective, through the bone that's expanded, the sponginess, the lights that blossom everywhere, across Gia and Alizarin, sort of locked in whatever situationship is happening right now, through to Taproot, still attempting to gather words from the mouth of Endymion. Can't hold forever, though, but it does give an opportunity for things to happen from the outside, too. Or from the inside. That's the thing, right? We're freezed within the bubble. Are we still moving, and is
I think
everything
we are.
relatively stuck around us? Okay.
No, I think it makes sense that we can... there's within the bubble... Maybe not time is not moving, but you know what I mean. We can move.
Yeah.
I think it's more interesting if we can.
I mean, the visual for me is like the camera sees from the perspective of this creature essentially looking at a snow globe.
Dig it.
What happens if you shake us up, I wonder?
I think as this moment is happening, Gia looks around, and from it, because you're close, obviously, you get this wash of confusion, anger, panic, fear, all sort of at once. And it looks at you and realizes you are not the cause of this, and sort of shoves itself off, and actually is going to move towards where Endymion and the other chrysalises are to start checking. And there is this palpable air of agitation about it, as you got a very pissed off creature coming up on your 6 there. Taproot, watch out.
Oh dear.
So if you want to get some words out, you may want to make that happen fast. Because I don't know how far away Alizarin managed to get from you before he got jumped.
I am looking at what I have. I think it's Spinster that I'm putting down on here. And I'm putting it down on mine, for God's sakes.
Okay.
This one will be a recluse, obscured by obligation, rootless, inefficient. I think Taproot, for everything that's been happening in the background, has been almost singularly focused on trying to extract meaning from Endymion. Like, working through the half words, half emotions of someone that's been fused into the whatever this is. If it's a new state of being, an apotheosis, like, Taproot doesn't know exactly what's going on, but I think it is concepts that's starting to break in with the knowledge that they've already cultivated over this time of living by the shore, of understanding the concept of communing with more than just words, but with also emotions, and kind of tapping into a more, like, a different level of something, an implicit understanding of these feelings, and then that sort of expanding rapidly outwards from there. And I think it's one of those situations where, with how close Taproot has been to Endymion this whole time, I think it is that their limbs have started to fuse into the outside of the chrysalis, as they're getting quite literally bound in. But at the same, like, recognizing Gia approaching from behind, Taproot pulls, and there's, like, still bindings around the wrists, but they yank away from Endymion and stand straight again, to not even to speak, but just to regard. And it's one of those situations where they open their mouth to communicate, and instead of words, it's this pigeon almost, right? It's half recognizable sounds and phonemes, but it's also emotions that are sort of marred and tainted by concepts that are eminently describable, but that don't communicate well with just tone and with just feeling. They're halfway through this joining that they've been seeking between themselves and whatever it is that lies below.
What's Alizarin doing now? He's not being yelled at.
Oh, I assumed I had been, fully assaulted by Gia.
I mean, I think it literally was a matter of getting slammed into,
Okay.
being yelled at, and then this bubble started forming around them. I do not think there was time for it to fully get into expressing just how much he shouldn't be here. And you are no longer the biggest problem Gia has.
Fair enough.
Also, do you think, given their odd little moments and the fact that we make up our own rules here,
Yeah.
if Anathema has been able to send her consciousness down, is Alizarin aware that she's here? Or is it interesting if something about the bubble that's forming reminds him of her?
Yeah, I think it's more that. It's that anything that dangerous in this place is probably her.
It's not even reminding, it's like, oh, that's her.
I think... trying to decide if this is worth playing on my desire.
Oh ho.
Tooth decay. Warnings ignored, $5 till Friday, familiar aches.
Ooh, fun.
Lovely.
Dig it, dig it.
I mean, I'd say play it on your desire if you want to.
I think I am going to do that, because I think Alizarin sees, these huge supernatural effects, crashing down upon him. Here's this warning that he shouldn't be here, and decides, well, at this point, if these things are going to kill me, there's nothing I could do about it. So I'm going to keep going with what I was attempting to do.
Incredible. Just that big crimson energy fly.
Yeah, I think Alizarin is just rifling through, these chrysalises, this structure, looking for anything that is familiar. Anything that feels of the past. Going back to that idea of we've been here before. I think it is just, ripping at these coral seams around people and then immediately discarding when, it doesn't look promising. Continuing to disregard by just, undoing all of, presumably, Gia's hard work.
Yeah, okay. I think sort of pausing for a bit and recognizing what's happening, because Taproot is now looking out at the rest of the room, and I'm gonna give this one over to Gia if it makes sense. I think it's Bandit. I'm pulling Bandit and putting it on top of Panacea here. Flipping it over to Gold-Hearted Thief, Lover of Justice, Defiler of Law. Because in this instance, Taproot does this to understand, but in addition, Taproot only ever, in the room at least, interacted with Endymion and left more or less everything else untouched. Just immediately charging towards the first thing that would allow them to understand what's happening here. So they point a finger at Alizarin, and still not able to phrase things correctly in either language that they have access to right now. They gesture instead with their spear, pointing it out, and tug at the remnants of the cocoon that keep them bound to Endymion.
You're gesturing that he needs to get out, sorry? With the spear?
Just that he's doing something back there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because with Taproot and with how this is being communicated across to Gia, it's one of those situations where, at least, and tell me if this seems wrong, it's almost like gibberish. It is halfway between two sets of what should be and what shouldn't be. If it was just Taproot's normal speaking, then it would take whatever focusing and fine, and that would just be irritating, what have you. And with the other end of things, it is a rush of unfiltered and uncontrolled emotions
Yeah.
that are not being separated. They're not being given semantic meaning between the moments that come.
Yeah, it's like the two sets of meaning are laid over in top of each other, so you can't pass them from each other because it's both at the same time. So it sounds like that they prevent each other from being discernible because they're both there.
Yeah, it's noise. It's utter noise is what's happening.
Cool.
But it's loud. And Taproot's pointing.
I need to know what Anna's doing, though.
Yes, I need to know what Anathema's doing about all of this.
Hey, girl.
I'm sorely tempted to play her Atropos at this point, looking back at
Oh, yeah?
it.
Ho, ho, ho.
Her Atropos is nightmare, recurring terror, dreams of hellfire, lightning striking the steeple, or fears justified, some fulfilled.
So, while August contemplates doing such, and I am giddy at the notion, if once a player plays their Atropos, it ends their character's part in the story. They can still advocate the Arbiter, but their character exits as per the rules. Not saying that has to be the case here, but
Yeah, it's just the more I'm thinking about it, like this fear's justified, omens fulfilled, like this could very easily get away from her. And I almost have an image in my head of, she's lobbed her arm into the water of the lake, and that's, given her consciousness the ability to, descend to the depths with this skeleton. But what if something in response bubbles up and drags the rest of her down under too? And especially because, like, this is the kind of thing that she's trying to do that I don't know that she can necessarily come back from.
yeah.
So I think I do think that I'm going to play her Atropos at this point.
Nice.
Sick.
Okay. One person falls.
So, and I do think it may be a case of, like, she's sitting on the dock, she's sacrificed her arm, and the water seemed to accept the sacrifice at first, but it turned out that the sacrifice just wasn't quite enough. And maybe a wave rises up and washes over the dock, and when the water recedes, the water takes all of the slime mold out of her body and just leaves the puppet parts lying on the dock.
Good shit.
And now she is fully the whale skeleton, looking, well, I don't know that you can tell that she's looking pissed, but she's pissed.
Maybe that's the event. Maybe we move to the next moment.
Yeah.
Given the two events that we have left, that feels apt and fun. All right. What cards we grabbing?
I would like to advocate for Godless going into the Arbiter's deck.
I would agree.
Have that. I dig that.
I'm stuck between High Tide or Blizzard. I think I'll take High Tide, Low Tide, yeah. Yoink.
Copy that. What about Alizarin?
I'll take Blizzard.
Right. So we're back to Shrug, choosing an event.
Okay. Well,
You're in a situation.
I mean, maybe this shouldn't be the second to last, but I do feel like this may be ultimatum.
I could feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, so our cards for an ultimatum are Ivied Stag, an army disbanded, a bastion overgrown, a plowshare burdened by the memory of blood, or Locked Eyes, Budding Enmity, the first crack in a stone facade. Probably that second one.
I mean, yeah.
And we also have Arachne, a quiet weaver, pride of the town, odd gossip outshone by marvelous deeds. Or bulbous-bodied, long-limbed, gossamer snares stronger than steel. Yes, that one.
Yep.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no kidding. Real.
I actually forget what the significance of the crossing is in this case.
I think it's less important here. It's just a way to make sure you can see both cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh dear. How are we going to pile on this one? What's the situation? Situation number 1.
Hmm.
It's not great.
Yeah. It's a good start.
Is this Alizarin finding something?
Yeah. I think it is. I am wondering if this is... wonder if I take my desire and then by the end of the scene, I definitely have to play my Atropos.
I mean, why not?
You got,
Yeah, I feel that.
got what
Yeah.
you were here for, but at what
Yeah.
cost?
At what
Truly.
cost?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But which card do we think?
I'm saving this. Do not turn this over yet. But this is,
Alright.
I think, Alizarin as he makes this discovery.
Okay, interesting. I guess I'll play Mermaid's Purse on my desire, which is eggshell jelly can easily be empty armor, or a meal for sharks.
Hmm.
And I think it's just the end of this frenzy as he rips and tears,
Mm-hmm.
and just hidden among... I mean, we're not at the bottom of anything, so it's not like in the sand, but maybe having somehow been lodged in the structure of the coral, it's just this piece of amber that's been overlaid with strips of onyx and obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
It's a seemingly meaningless little bauble, and Alizarin looks at it as if it's the solution to all of his problems.
Mm-hmm. So I played Prince of Fate, deposed and exiled, titles revoked, respect rescinded.
Woohoo.
Ooh.
Because this bauble does mean something. I think Gia comes up next to you and sees you holding this. And what you haven't noticed in your frenzy, slight body, well, maybe not body horror, but definitely grim. I think like the skin around your hands has become sort of stripped back and away, like in your desperation to dig. The skin has gotten like, is peeling back to revealing something different underneath. And I'm also going to play here Fake Dog,
Oh.
a hollow toy old enough to remember a different time. All I can think of, I know this is not the same guy, but all I can think of is Memory Holes, the Fallout. For anyone listening who hasn't played Heart the City Beneath, you should.
Yeah, one.
It's-
Please go do that.
It's a hoot. I think maybe, and feel free to reject this, Chuck, but in the same way that I think Taproot was sort of dealing with this overlapping means of communication, rendering both of them incomprehensible. Maybe you're getting hit with memories that are in like weird dissonance with the ones that you have, and you're getting sort of this overwhelming surge of information. Is it yours? Is it your memories? Are they somebody else's memories? Is this something that's already happened? Are you having a vision of the future? And it's just this sheer deluge of information as your mind is trying to reconcile everything in this moment.
I mean, I think that leads very well into my Atropos card
Mm-hmm.
of Laughing Mimic. A river babbling in a familiar voice, muffled words without meaning.
Yep. Nope. Didn't remember that. That was your Atropos. Very good.
Yup.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Gracious me.
I want to go back to the ideas of A, my skin having peeled back, and B, the structure of these chrysalises.
Mm-hmm.
Chrysales?
Chrysalite.
I think maybe this kind of coral is like the prized resource that these colonists have been seeking. Like, I've been thinking about bamboo and how it grows extremely quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know those apocryphal stories about bamboo torture?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel like maybe these chrysalises are just like, I mean, in kind of like that creeping crystal from Avatar as well. Like, you put them in this coral and it just kind of grows around them and changes them. So I think Alizarin's been ignoring the substance around because he's looking for what's within. And as he stares at his prize, and everything just comes flooding back or forward, or whatever. You know, he's peeled back some of his own flesh, and it's being covered and consumed.
Delicious.
Damn.
All right.
For sale. 2 goals never earned.
Jesus. Okay, well. I know there is another event, but also I don't know what the story needs after this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Is
I think he's arrived. I think this is the final stop in the station.
All right. So technically the play is supposed to end when everybody's played their Atropos, but I agree. I think we're
Well, let me take a look at mine just to remind myself. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I could play Apprentice. Actually, no, you know what? I could play Apprentice, right? Because here's the thing. I think with the path that Taproot's been charging down, while it's not the end of Taproot as an entity, I think it is the end of Taproot as Taproot. I'll throw Apprentice on there just to nail this one down. Which one do I do?
That is the question.
That's the problem. Resentful or bright-eyed? I think it's bright-eyed. I'm going to be honest.
Nice.
I think in the meantime, seeing what's becoming of Alizarin and looking back at what's lashing them to Endymion's chrysalis, like, Taproot considers for a few moments and then just sort of like doesn't throw down the spear that they're hanging on to, but just sets it down on the ground. And they just sort of like crossing arms over themselves and letting the bindings like sort of take more purchase, slowly lay back in the water and allow themselves to be subsumed into that same chrysalis. As they recognize there's a transformation and they recognize that this is the way that they would approach what they've been trying to do this whole time. To find more and to join with what was below, fully and truly. And so I think that is how they become something different. And question mark as to whether or not they fuse with this guy that's been here. I'll leave that one open.
In a strange...
I'm just gonna...
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Let me just... this card of mine. There we go. There you go, Cory. I
Uh-huh.
thought.
Ah, the lovers. Cool. Great.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I nod my head. That's fair. I'll flip it around, though. Smile. If that's fine.
That was gentleman's choice.
I'm flipping
Like,
it around then.
either or. Either or.
Yeah.
To do with as the story sees fit. I think bearing witness to this, Gia, aware of Anathema's presence around, seeing this transformation, this isn't what it wanted. This isn't its goal. And it finds its way back out of the structure, the skeleton, the creature, out of out of what is now Anathema, or Anathema has become, and is back in the waters of the lake, looking at this glittering skeleton filled with like this membrane pushing out between the pockets, the ribs, whatever it is. And there is this... Well, here's the thing. There's nobody to hear what they're saying anymore. So they begin to swim down. I think the last shot is this bright spot of bioluminescence in the dark getting smaller and smaller as Gia swims down out of sight until they become a speck of brightness in the inky black, and then they're gone. Where? Who knows?
Oh boy.
Follow the leader, having fun with friends.
Yeah. So once we choose to end play, we revisit the world's Atropos. Did it come true? Considering
Just flip that bad boy.
Considering that one of the things for the Atropos is busy corpses host many parties and swell up from feeling important. I feel like we may have done it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very good. Good job, Wild.
Damn.
You did it. God, literally the visual. I wasn't even thinking about the world's Atropos as I painted that fucking picture. Oh, I wish I could draw.
Good shit.
Good shit.
I do want to say I appreciate the people who played towards Anna's desire, but I don't think her desire was ever actually attainable anyway.
Well, it's a unicorn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she wanted something that didn't exist, so...
That's what's great about it. That's why we play. That's why we forward that goal.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, good stuff.
All right, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Cory, you're the leader, right? You want to lead us through our outro?
Yeah, hang on. I personally hope you enjoyed the heck out of this. This was Spindle Wheel. If you ever get a moment, this is the thing about Spindle Wheel, right? This is obviously my first time playing the system, but this is not my first time encountering it. I have, with the presence and company of these wonderful people around me, seen it and somewhat used it myself for just the purposes of like exploring stories and like playing about with the possibility space that tabletop brings. It's a beautiful spot. So check it out if you get a moment. That's Spindle Wheel by Sasha Renaud. I'm sure links will be provided as to how to access it directly. But how y'all feeling after that one? What's the vibe in the room?
Offers a peace sign to the camera.
Yeah, that's true. That's so real.
Yeah.
I understand this personally.
Yep.
Spindle Wheel continues to be a game No two instances of Spindle Wheel have ever felt the same to me in playing. And I think that just speaks to its uniqueness and its flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm nodding my head at that one. Shrog, thoughts?
None.
God, what a question. Yeah.
I put you on the spot and I smile. I understand so much too.
Yeah, this went in a lot of places. It's just good to use these cards in many different ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it, right? Like, looking at this board that we have set out and the notes that I've taken on everything, the thing that intrigues me is because we've left so many things around to play with, and I think this is some of the benefit of this and kind of the concept of an oracular system anyway, is there's a lot of threads that you can tug on later on down the line. Because we have written a lot of checks and not many of them got cashed. And that's one of those things where I feel if you just leave it at that, you can be satisfied or you can be frustrated or what have you. But that also means that there's more to come back to later if you choose to. We have this concept now of a lake between two worlds where things are strange. And that can just be something where we return back to at some point, maybe down the future. I'm not making any guarantees, obviously. But, you know, concept's there. It's free to use. It's free real estate.
We're very big on follow the leader in creating universes we can come back to.
Yep.
And I feel like this lake might have to join the hotel and the afterworld as possible links between universes.
I'm not dragging Tuesday into another hellish situation. Please keep my boy safe.
I'm so sorry.
Nobody is forcing your boy anywhere except you, Cory.
No, I put my hand over my forehead. Oh dear, how could I, as I'm shoving Tuesday towards this lake? No, my boy.
No, Tuesday, don't go towards the torment nexus. Okay.
Well, either way as it goes, I've been Cory. You can find me here with you in your ears, playing more games here on Follow the Leader. Do, if you get a chance, also check out Saga's The Sunless Reach. As of time of recording, we've reached the end of our second season, the Hydra Delta Blues, and I think it is great radio, and you can quote me on that. I mean, you can quote me on that anyway. I'm always out here for all of that work, and I'm out here for Zach's work, especially for how that goes in the space. And I'm out here for August's work, and that's why I remain here, and I enjoy this time with everybody. My pronouns are he, him. Playing with me, we also had, comma space as I drum roll, August.
You can...
Hello. I've been August. You can still find me on Tumblr at Strange Harpy, on Blue Sky at Harpydora. You can find the podcast on Blue Sky at ftlcast.bsky.social. You can find ftlcast.com. You can also find us on Patreon at patreon.com/ftlcast, where for $1 you can hear us making goofs and bloopers and outtakes, which includes a bunch of yammering where we were talking about this being a pickup and it was actually kind of funny. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. We've also had Shrog.
Hey, I've been Shrug. You can find me here on the internet in Cory's ears.
Yes, specifically, resonating throughout. Don't question it. And finally, we've had Coda.
Hi, hello. I continue to be Coda, also known as Jade. You can find me on the internet at JadeLooksWithRose. You can also hear me in the new season of The Room Where It Happened. Episodes out every other week. Playing the land of Eam in the land of and if you would like to come hang out with us, chat about the podcast, chat about TV shows, scream into the ether, watch August play video games sometimes, consider coming over to our Discord. I know Discord is going through some weird shit right now, but we are still there at the moment, and we love to chat to people. So come along, hang out, and it'd be cool to see you there.
Yeah.
I'm grateful and thankful for my friends who are much better at the advertising aspect than I am. Hey, everybody. Peace out. It's been great. All of us again. Cheers.
Let's clap.
Let's clap.
Let's clap.